How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Falcons Media Corner back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to the double movie review, aka for our Soul review video for today. Today I'm going to talk about two films that were released last year by Fox Searchlight Pictures, in which one of them is a sex comedy drama film and the other is a mystery comedy film. So we're going to kick off with the first one, which is a sex comedy drama film, in which that is Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. Now, this is directed by Sophie Hyde, and this film tells a story where we follow a woman named Nancy Stokes, played by Emma Thompson, who she is a retired school teacher, and she's yearning for some adventure and some sex, in which she has a plan in which involves hiring a young sex worker named Leo Grande, played by Daryl McCormack. So that's pretty much the story of Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. Now, after I first saw the trailer when this film was about to come out last year in my area, I was actually really interested to see this film because I did hear this film got a few critical claims at a few film festivals and all that. And since this film stars Emma Thompson, I'm a massive fan of her. She is one of my favorite actresses. She's a terrific actress, and she's also a talented writer as well. And I didn't even know much about the other star in the film, who was Daryl McCormack, but I was really interested to see what he was going to do for this new film starring Emma Thompson. And this film came out just last year, like I said, in which this film came out back in June. And I went to see this just a couple of days after it came out because I went to see something else at the time. And I went to see this as a small screening, and there wasn't that many people in the screening that I was in, unfortunately. But after watching this whole film, yeah, I can definitely tell you guys that I had a really great time with Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. I thought this film was absolutely wonderful here. For Emma Thompson and Daryl McCormack, who are the two lead stars of this film, I thought their performances in this film were absolutely terrific here. Like, the chemistry, I really adored about the film here. It was really funny here. And their character development, I thought, was really relatable here and really interesting because we do learn a bit about their backgrounds, like their past lives and stuff like that, which I thought all that was really interesting here. And as for the story for the film, it is a really relatable story where it showcases about sexual awakenings and self-discovery and all that, which I thought all that was really interesting and really relatable and all that, mostly due to like the whole characters' lives that this film showcases here and all that, which again I really adored as well in the film. And the direction for this film by Sophie Hyde I thought was really well made here, even though this film is set in just entirely in just in one room. It's set in like in a hotel room and all that, and there are times where it does feel like a stage play and all that, but again I thought the direction for the most part this film was really well made here. And as for the runtime for the film, it is a pretty acceptable runtime because it's only an hour and 37 minutes. Although there are a few scenes that do tend to drag on a little bit and all that. And as I was watching the film, it almost kind of felt like the film kind of felt a bit longer and all that from its runtime and all that. But still, though, the runtime, like I said, is acceptable. But it's just that, again, there are a few scenes in the film that do tend to drag on a little bit and all that. But it does manage to pick itself up later down the line in the film and all that. But in the end, guys, Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. I thought this was overall a wonderful film here. And if you're a fan of like these kind of films, or you're a fan of like Emma Thompson or anything like that, I could definitely say this will be a good cup of tea here. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. I'm going to give Good Luck to You, Leo Grande 4.5 out of 5. Now let's move on to See How They Run. Now, See How They Run is a mystery comedy film, and this is directed by Tom George, and this is actually his directorial debut. And this film tells a story where, in the West End of 1950s London, plans for a movie version of a smash hit play comes to an abrupt halt after a pivotal member of the crew is murdered. So that's pretty much the story of See How They Run. Now, for this one, I was also looking forward to this one as well, because this was a new murder mystery film, and when it comes to these kind of films, we've had a few pretty good ones in the most recent years. Like, we've had Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, and of course Knives Out, which is easily my favorite in the most recent murder mystery films. And I was really surprised with the cast in this film. Like, you've got a big talented cast in this film, which in this film you've got Sam Rockwell, Saoirse Ronan, Adrian, Brody, David Oyelowo, Dickinson, Ruth Wilson, and Shirley Henderson, amongst other people and all that. And as for the director of this film, I was really surprised that this is actually his very first film as a director. So I was really intrigued to see what he was going to do for this new murder mystery film. Yeah, but this one has a bit of a spin to it as well because it has a bit of comedy and all that, and we've had a film like that in the last. We've had a film like that which came out a few years ago, which was Knives Out. Which for that film, it was a murder mystery, but it had a bit of sense of humor to it and all that. And so for this film, it was kind of like the exact same thing and all that. But I was still really looking forward to seeing this film and all that, mostly because of the cast and all that. And I went to see this the day after it came out because I wanted to see something else at the time, which I wanted to see Crimes of the Future first. And so I saw this film the next day, which was on the 10th of September of last year, and I saw this in a pretty big screening, and there was quite a few people in the screen that I was in. And after watching this whole movie here, I could definitely tell you guys that I also had a really good time with See How They Run here. I thought this was a really good murder mystery comedy film here. Although I wouldn't say this film is like the next Knives Out or anything like that, but this still is a pretty good watch here. For Sam Rockwell and Saoirse Ronan's performance in this movie, I thought both of them were great together in this film. Like, they have really great chemistry in this film, which I thought the chemistry for the most part in this film was really funny here. It's mostly due to Saoirse Ronan because she's the biggest show stealer here, and like I said, I thought her performance was really great in this film, and she's also really funny as well through the lines of dialogue that she provides here and there in this film. And as for Sam Rockwell's performance, like I said, he is great in the film, and he's also really funny as well, and he's kind of like a grumpy character because we do learn a little bit about his past and all that. And again, I thought Sam Rockwell did a great job for his character here. Although for his accent in the film, there are times where his accent is spot on and all that, because he does use a British accent in the film. Although there are times where his accent isn't spot on and all that, and that's one of the few issues I do have with this film here. But again, Sam Rockwell's performance, he is still great here. And as for everyone else who are in the film, which you've got Adrian, Brody, David Oyelowo, Ruth Wilson, Harris Dickinson, and Shirley Henderson, I thought all the other actors in the film were great for their performances here as well. And as for the direction by Tom George in his directorial debut here, I thought he did a really great job directing this film here. Like, it was very brimming, yeah, very fresh, yeah, for doing his own unique take on this new murder mystery film here. Although it did kind of give me some weird vibes here and all that from the way he directs this film, because it kind of felt like I was watching a Wes Anderson film here, like to the frame rate, to the camera work, and to the colors and all that. But I still thought Tom George did a great job directing this film here, for having a bit of energy to it, as well as having his own unique take on this whole new murder mystery film here and all that. And as for the laughs of the film, the laughs are pretty enjoyable here, although there were a few that didn't quite land for me or anything like that under my belt. And as for the story, it isn't too bad here. It does have its own unique take on all that for a new murder mystery film here, but it does have a few similarities to other like whodunit films, mostly Knives Out and all that, because that film, like I said, it is a murder mystery film, but it has a bit of sense of humor and all that, and this film is kind of like that and all that. But overall, the story for the most part isn't too bad here. But again, it just has some other similarities to other whodunit films, just mostly Knives Out and stuff like that. And the film is also well paced as well, since this film is only an hour and 38 minutes and all that. And there was never a moment where it tends to drag on or anything like that for the most part. So overall in the end, guys, See How They Run. I really enjoy this new murder mystery film here. Although I wouldn't say this film is like the next Knives Out or anything like that. But if you're a fan of like these kind of films, or you're a fan of like the cast, like Sam Rockwell, Saoirse Ronan, or anyone else or anything like that, I can definitely say this will definitely be another good cup of tea here. So that's pretty much all I have to say about See How They Run. And I'm going to give See How They Run 3.5 out of 5. Thank you guys so much for watching for my double A after I saw review on both. Good luck to you, Leo Grande, and See How They Run. And let me know what you think of both of these films, if you have seen both of them already, or if you just recently checked them out. Did you really enjoy them, or were they not really a cup of tea? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Falcon's Media Corners signing off.